Kakadosh, Boker Or Shavua Tov, Bekiim Bahalacha 2, Siman 1, day 16. Halacha Nun Bet, 52. It is commendable for women to recite Korbanot in the Shachrit as well. Again, it's not an obligation, but it's commendable. It's nice. Yeah? It's true. The majority of women don't say it at all. It's fine. Okay. Here it says, Maran and Bet Yosef cited Maril. Explain that women must recite the blessings for the Torah, Birkat Torah, because they must recite the passages of Korbanot. Murutzia said, and the Rav Chida commented, it's not true that women must recite these passages. The response to Lev Yichaim also concluded the women should recite the passage of Korbanot with their accompanying prayers, but they are exempt from reciting the passage of Korbanat Tamid. Although the Lev Chaim wrote that the custom is not to recite the passage of Korbanot, as mentioned above, that is because we rely upon reciting the chapter of Ezu Mekuman. It must be therefore that he did not mean that women are actually obligated to say it, but it's commendable to do so, and that's the Yaakov Yosef also. So it's only good, but they don't have to do it. Halacha 53. There are some rabbis who suggested that it is not imperative for Torah scholars to devote the time to Torah study all day to say Korbanot. We must not rely on this. Every Torah scholar, yeshiva student, should make their time to recite Shachrit from the beginning of Akedat Yitzchak through Ezo Mekoman. In the preface, this section, 51 on the bottom, right, of the Halachot, the Chikrei Levi Sari suggested that Torah scholars should not recite the Korbanot, section of Shachrit, since they devote all the time to study Torah. However, he concluded this is incorrect. Today we substitute the chapter of Ezo Mekoman for the passage of Korbanot. It is certainly correct for Torah scholars to learn these Mishnayot as well. Okay, preface, Ketoret, page 59. The Holy Zohar HaKadosh teaches, Rabbi Pinchas related, I once was traveling on the road and I met Eliyahu Navi, Zachulatov. I asked him to teach me something that is beneficial to everyone, and he told me, when an epidemic plague strikes, there's an agreement among all the heavenly hosts that if the Jews will gather in synagogues and recite the passages of Ketoret with proper concentration, they will be spared from death. And that's why, if you remember, during the COVID, it was very, very strong. Everybody had to do Ketoret. Everyone was reading the Ketoret, these chapters, in order to help out. Yeah, so he says over here, they came and said, don't you care that we are dying? So, sorry, one more time. Rabbi Yacha once went to the village of Tarsha. As he entered the guest house, all the residents whispered to one another, saying, a great man has arrived. Let's go to him. They came and said, don't you care that we are dying? Right? What's going on? He asked. For 7 days now, a plague has swept through our town. It is becoming more severe every day, and there's no end in sight. Let's go to the synagogue and pray for God's mercy. Right? So by the time they arrived, they were informed that a number of people already they died from their illness, and the number of others who seemed about to die. Rabbi Yacha said, we have no time for formalities. This is an emergency. Choose 40 men from among the people who possess the greatest merits and divide them into 4 groups of 10, including including me among them. Send each group to a different corner of the town and have them recite the Ketoret as Hashem commanded to Moshe Rabbeinu and explain to it. Do this 3 times with great concentration. Gimel Pamim. You do it 3 times with great concentration. After they've done this, Rabbi Yacha said, let's go and visit those who are near death. Choose someone from among you to enter the homes and to repeat what we have done. Then recite the verses beginning with, Moshe and Aaron take the pan and place the burning coals on it. Aaron took and he stood between the dead. The men did as they were told, and the illness left the dying men. They then heard a voice from heaven saying, all evil decrees stop where you are. Heaven has no jurisdiction in this place, since they know how to nullify the decrees. Powerful. Did you guys just hear what we just did? Incredible. 4 groups in the 4 corners of the town. They had to do it 3 times. Then each one person, one by one, goes into the houses of the people. They do the same thing. Then they come and they say these psukim, and boom, that's it. Everything stopped. Exhausted from his efforts, Rabbi Yacha fell asleep, and he received the message saying, now that you've done this, you must act on my behalf as well. Go and persuade the Jewish people to repent, for they are guilty in my eyes. Rabbi Yacha began a campaign and succeeded in persuading the people to do better their ways. The people agreed that they would never again forsake the Torah study. The Holy Zohar HaKadosh teaches this is a fact regarding the Blessed Holy One. Anyone who recites the passage of Ketoret every day will be saved from all evil magic, from all evil occurrences, from evil thoughts, from evil judgments and death. He'll be protected from harm that entire day. For the forces of evil will have no power over him. It is necessary to recite it with concentration, however. Right? That means you can't just, not just, no. Concentration. Because some people just say, no. If you're doing it, you do it well. Rabbi Shimon said, if people would realize the high regard, right, that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu has for the passage of the Ketoret, they would take each word of it and place it on their heads, as if it was a golden crown, To accomplish this, one must pay attention to the proper passage's meaning. One who gives it to the proper concentration each day will be rewarded in the world, this world, and also in the world to come. He and the entire world will be spared from deadly illnesses in his merit. He will be protected from all punishments in this world and from the punishment of Gehinnom. In another passage, the Holy Zohar HaKadosh says, anyone who's pursued by punishments needs the Ketoret and to repent before his master. This will help him fend off the punishments. If he regularly recites it twice daily, morning and afternoon following the Psukim, Ketoret Samim, right, the Ketoret spices each morning, and he must offer the Ketoret in the afternoon. They will definitely leave him unharmed. Come and see, the Ketoret is always first. Therefore, it's necessary to recite the passage of Ketoret before the Amidah and the Psalms of praise. I mean, that's why we do the Ketoret in the morning, and also Mincha, it's before Amidah. All those things cannot be properly rectified and connected until the pollution is removed. As the Pasuk says, he will atone for the sacred. First, he atones for the sacred of the Bet HaMikdash, and then for the sins of misdeeds. We must also atone and purify the sacred Bet HaMikdash from its pollution. Only then do we recite the Psalms of praise in Amidah. Our sages taught, Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi said, when Moshe rose to heaven, the ministering angels complained that Master of the Universe, what is a mere mortal doing? What is he doing here? He came to receive the Torah, he replied. This is a treasure you have kept hiding since 974 generations before the creation of the world. Why do you wish to present it to mere flesh and blood? So Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, defend yourself. Moshe proceeded to prove that the Torah was meant to be given to Klal Yisrael. And after all the angels admitted that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was correct in giving the Torah to Moshe, each one of them gave a gift to Moshe. Even the angel of death presented Moshe with a gift, the secret formula for safety when a plague strikes by offering Ketoret. That was the present of the Malach HaMavet to Moshe Rabbeinu. The present, Malach HaMavet to Moshe Rabbeinu. The Midrash teaches that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, of all the sacrifices you offer me, my favorite is the Ketoret. All the other sacrifices are offered to benefit the people of Am Yisrael. Chatat Hashem is for their sins. Olah is for the sinful thoughts. While Shlamim is to atone for sins of not fulfilling mitzvot. Ketoret, however, is not offered for any sin. It is purely an act of joy. This is the meaning of the pasuk. Oil, right, and Ketoret gladden the heart. Yeah? The Kadosh Baruch Hu loves the Ketoret. David HaMelech also desired an opportunity to offer the Ketoret. As he says in Tehillim, I will offer you fat olot, sacrifices, and Ketoret. The most highly praised offerings were those of the tribal chieftains. That was because the first item they offered was the Ketoret. That means each one of the Nesiim, the heads of the tribes, they brought the Ketoret first. Ben Bachai stated that Moshe and Aaron blessed the people immediately after offering the Ketoret, since they knew that their prayers would be received at that time. Likewise, the Kohen Gadol Yom Kippur offered the Ketoret in the Kodesh Kodashim, and immediately afterwards prayed for the nation to have a prosperous year. For this reason, David HaMelech says, may my prayer be as acceptable to you, Tikon tefilati lefanecha Ketoret samim. Right? Right? It should be like a Ketoret. He knew that the Ketoret is God's favorable offering, and the prayer is connected to the Ketoret offering the most favorable accepted. Have a wonderful